All right, guys, I'm going to try to do my best to make this as simple as possible, right? And why would I want to make this as simple as possible? Let me find, because that right there on the screen is the Frank Kern video with my notes and how things would have to happen in Infusionsoft. So there's no way that I can get you through this. So what I'm going to try to do is get this covered right here and show the new ways with the new Facebook strategies, and then show you this, which is the webinar sequence down here. So hopefully you can see my mouse rolling around. So that's what we're going to cover today. All right, so Facebook now has video ads where they're able to pixel people. And if you don't know what a pixel is, it's basically something they drop into your browser and that you've taken some sort of action or landed on some sort of page. So you'll see on this whiteboard right here, these little P's right here, pixel, so these little P's. So on video views, anybody that watches your video for more than 3 seconds, Facebook will pixel them. And then it keeps track of how long people are watching the video. So let me show you, let me see where I'm at here. Like right here, we did a video ad for Bob. We had, let's see, we had 1,400 video views for 15 bucks. So a penny a view. And that's why video is the new Facebook ad. Okay, so for 15 bucks, we were able to get 1,500 people to watch the video view. And then, let's see, 1,400 watched it at least 3 seconds. 329 people watched it 10. 97 watched it over 50%, so over 30 seconds. So the first thing that we're going to want to do right here is have preferably a face-to-camera video that makes them an offer to go to a blog to get some free training. Okay, so here's what, let me see where I have this. So here's one that I did for ClickFunnels All-Stars. Again, we were getting penny views, and this was asking them for a webinar registration. Obviously, we'd want to ask them to go to a blog, but here's just an example. Hey guys, Sean Lonham with the ClickFunnels All-Stars here. Wanted to invite you to a rare online workshop that myself and 2 other All-Stars are putting on Wednesday, July 8th. And what we're going to cover is how we're basically launching 5- and 6-figure funnels in our business pretty regularly. So Trey Llewellyn's going to cover what he's doing to do 6-figure. So you guys get the point. So it's just a video on Facebook that says, you know, hey, put this free blog post, no email required, go there, get some free training, get some cool stuff, right? So we can get that viewed for a video, the call to actions to go for the blog in the post and in the video. So anybody that looks for over 3 seconds, we drop a pixel, which means we build up a custom audience to then be able to retarget them later if they don't go to the blog. So on the blog, so the video for you guys would say, let's say we put the blog out on the 4 times to ask for a referral. What you guys would say in the video is like, hey, are you guys looking for more referrals in your business? You know, who's not, right? You know, this is Michael J. Maher, author of 7 Levels of Communication, where I teach you how to turn relationships into referrals. And the #1 question I get asked, guys, is when do I ask for a referral? So I wrote a blog post, no email required. You know, just click the link around this video, you know, land on the blog, and the blog is going to cover the 4 times that you ask for a referral and how to do it. So enjoy the free training. We'll see you on the other side. Something like that, right? So do a video, send them to the blog. The blog now, the whole purpose of the blog is to get them to opt in. So, but the blog should give away a ton of free information, right? So they get value whether or not they opt in, right? So here they get to see you, and now here they get to see you and receive value from you, and then we're just trying to generate a lead, but the purpose is to get them there so we can do a pixel, and then we can retarget them later for what we eventually want them to do, which is opt in and then register for a workshop. give you an example of a blog post. Here's one. Now we can use your blog, you know, that's fine, or we could do a one-page blog page. So here's one where sell your listings faster by helping your sellers maximize the showability of their home. It's just a 4-minute training. Here we'd have an opt-in for whatever the next thing is, and then we have it transcribed, and then we throw in some pictures and some call to action. So they're able to scroll down, they can read the information, they can listen and watch to the information. And then here we're trying to get them to register for a workshop, or in your case, we'd be trying to get them to opt in for a lead magnet. So what we do here is we'd have Michael do that video on the 4 times ask for a referral. We'll get it transcribed, so we'll have pictures, we'll have videos, we'll have text, and then the call to action after the video would say, hey guys, now you know the 4 times ask for a referral. Hope you found this valuable. Oh, by the way, you know, if you click the button below, you know, enter your email address, we're going to send you the #1 script to generate some leads on Facebook, or your social media referral generating script, or we give them 3 scripts. I forget what the lead magnet was Josh had for cold, but the point being is they get value, and then the next offer is for something that complements that. So now they know when to ask for a referral. If you like more referrals on Facebook, I got 3 posts, click the opt-in, I'll send them in your email. So then they click the opt-in, and hopefully this is making sense. All right, so now we're here, right here at the opt-in. They opt into the database. This is a T for an infusion tag. Then they're sent to a page where it says, hey, your referral scripts are in your inbox. Oh, by the way, you know, now you know when to ask for referrals. Now you have some lead generating scripts. I'm putting on an online workshop about 7 truths, myths of referral generation. You know, click the button below and we'd love to have you on the workshop. So it's Facebook ad where they see you, blog where they receive value, opt in to receive more value. Now we're asking them to register for a workshop. And they click that, a pop-up comes up, and I'm going to show you that in a second. And then we're going to run, ClickFunnels now has the ability to make our auto webinar funnel look like this versus looking like this down here, and I'm going to show you that right now. All right. Let's see. And this is super cool. You guys are going to love this. All right, so here is a auto webinar funnel that we have set up for ClickFunnels. So here's a webinar registration page. So let's look at this page. So what we do here is up here we'd say, you know, congratulations, it worked. You know, your referral scripts are being sent to your inbox. You know, check out this message about our next workshop. In here would be a video of Michael inviting them to a webinar, you know, no less than or no more than a minute. So another video here just says, hey guys, your, you know, scripts are on their way, by the way. You know, I have this cool workshop. You're going to learn these things. Everybody loves it. You know, reserve your spot. They click to reserve their spot. This pop-up right here is this right here. We're now here in the chain. This pop-up. Now, you guys are going to love this. That's why ClickFunnels is so cool. They can select the desired date. So I click this drop down. They can watch yesterday's replay right now, or they can schedule themselves over the next 3 days. So this is dynamic real time. So I click Wednesday, and now I'm going to be able to say 6 p.m. and I'm going to register for the workshop when it fits into my schedule, or if I got the time right now, I can watch the replay right now. So they put in their information and then they secure their spot. So that's right here. So if they sign up for the replay right now, tagged in Infusion and tagged in ClickFunnels, and they're sent to a replay room. Okay, so the replay room is right here. And they can watch the replay right now. And then this countdown timer is linked to whenever it is that they
broadcast is now starting.
sign
All attendees
up.
are in list.
Another thing that this does in both the replay room and the broadcast room. So the replay rooms, if they want to watch the webinar right now, the broadcast is whenever it will become live, whenever they schedule their time. So each the broadcast and each the replay room, while that's loading up, are right, right here and right here. And then I'll show you the confirmation page and what we do there. Okay, so up here in settings, it's on the other one. Hold on. All right, while this thing's loading up. Right here, to better picture this, I am going to share with you Russell Brunson's. So now that we have them signed up for a webinar, where's Russell's? Here's Russell's auto webinar funnel. So you've seen the registration, and if they schedule a date and time, there's a confirmation page that they're able to save that date and time, and then sends reminder emails for them to show up. Or if they want yesterday's replay now, they watch the replay. And then in ClickFunnels, we are able to track 3 things: whether they buy or don't buy, whether they watch the webinar and see the offer, watch the webinar and don't see the offer, and then they don't show up. So depending on where they are in these 4 sections, they get campaigned differently. Just like here's Frank Kearns, and then depending on the results of the webinar, they get campaigned differently. And they're getting campaigned differently here, and I'll show you how that works in a second. So there's a setting in here that tells you when the buy button comes up. So they're watching the webinar and the click to buy button does not pop up until the offer is made on the webinar, and then ClickFunnels keeps track of whether or not they saw the offer. Right here. So at our webinar, it was 5,607 seconds in. This buy button's going to show up, and then we know whether or not that person made it to the buy button. So that's how we know whether or not they showed up and saw the offer or didn't see the offer. All right, so that's super cool because that's all tracked and then automated in ClickFunnels. And what does that mean to you guys? We'll go to webinar. So here's the confirmation page for if they want to schedule a date in the future. And this is where you'd put your handout and a video on why they need to show up. And they get to save it to their calendar. This countdown timer is dynamically created. And then you could put a little video in here and a link to handouts. All right. In here is where all the campaigning is done. It's not done in Infusion, right? So everybody that signs up is going to get an immediate confirmation email, and then they're going to get an email series reminding them when their email or when their webinar is and get them to show up. If they miss the webinar, we have the replay campaign right here. If they attended but did not make it to the offer, again, we try to get them back to the replay. And then if they saw the offer and didn't purchase, we have another email series. And then if they did purchase, Infusion usually takes care of this for us, but you could have an email series. So all of this is being keyed of whether or not they show up, whether or not they saw the offer, and whether or not they bought. And therefore, all of this is automated and done by ClickFunnels until they buy or don't buy. And at the end, we'll tell Infusionsoft. So those are the And then those buy buttons send it to an order page that we already have, tag them, and then a thank you page. So the whole goal of this campaign is to, one, optimize pixels across these pages so we know how far people are getting along so we can retarget them to get to the next step. So if people come in and they got our lead magnet but didn't register for the webinar, Pixel will let us know, and then we'll do a Facebook ad making an offer to the webinar, right? We also want to optimize leads. So if we're spending traffic to get people to the blog here, we want to optimize these opt-ins after receiving value, give more value before asking for a webinar, right? So they see you, value, opt-in, more value, see you. So again, it's a very congruent series of offers. So it's 4 times to ask, here's some scripts, now you should attend my workshop. So we're optimizing leads and then optimizing webinar registrants. So again, we're giving them the option to replay now or schedule a time that fits their criteria. And Russell says because it's not live, conversions go down, but through the campaigning over here, he makes up for it, and the fact that this can run, all day. So people that register for the webinar, we're optimizing for buyers by campaigning them depending on the actions that they take. And that was the whole point of Kern's whiteboard. Was this is a consumer-based, behavioral-based unit of one experience, this right here. But this is craziness. So we're trying to get opt-ins and then get them to register for a webinar, and then depending on how they behave, they're going to get campaigned differently to maximize the buyers and also customize the experience because everybody's not treated the same, because everybody's not taking the same behaviors inside the funnel. So, and then funnel stacking right here is the last but not least, and all that is depending on whether these people buy or don't buy in this funnel, what's the next most logical offer? So, give you some examples of Russell's. Russell, one of his funnel stacking is, he offers a free book plus shipping. Anybody that buys that, he now tries to get you to a free trial ClickFunnels, and then if you get the free trial ClickFunnels, then he tries to get you on the Funnel Hacks webinar. Anybody that buys Funnel Hacks, he then makes an offer of coaching, right? So that's just an example of value or funnel stacking. So each of these campaigns are trying to get you to the next step, which is exactly what we're trying to do here. We're just trying to get you to the next step in this series of offers. And then once this webinar campaign's over and you bought, what's the next logical? And then if you didn't buy, what's the next logical campaign that you should receive? So you guys have, some free books plus shipping. You got your Boost webinar. They could do a 4-day cash machine for Boost, which is, I know this is got to be a little confusing. The 4-day cash machine over here for Frank. So anybody that doesn't buy from the webinar will actually get a goodwill campaign and some free training the next week. And then the third week, they'll get a 4-day cash machine for not, the same product that the webinar was pitching. So you just want to think in terms of what's the next logical offer for buyers, what's the next logical offer for non-buyers. You got your Catalyst webinar, free coaching session, great Retrace Tripwire, live events, launch, whatever. So these are just, so an example of funnel stacking would be, webinar they don't buy, the next week they get some good, free content, and the Wednesday wow, and the following week they get a 4-day cash machine, and then the following week they get offered a strategy session if they don't buy. Just a series of offers that's kind of congruent and makes sense. So let's just go back to that picture one last time to show you, recap what it is that we're actually trying to do here. So we set Facebook to blog, try to get an opt-in, make an offer for a webinar, they register, and then depending on whether or not they schedule in the future, now ClickFunnels is taking care of everything and tracking. everything, and all the email campaigns are here. And then what I can do is share with you. So in another webinar, we have broken out like this. We have all the campaigning in a Google Doc and all the pages. So I would just, tweak this for you, and you guys can go in and say, yep, that email looks good. Oh, I want this email to sound like this, whatever. Like, we could give you all these emails ahead of time that you can tweak. And then for the videos that go in here, this one's less than a minute. This one might be 4 or 5 minutes. This one's less than a minute. These are the webinars. The why they should show up might be like 3 to 4. We can script those out for you. You can tweak them, put them on the teleprompter, just record face to video and have those knocked out, within an hour. Send the raw files back. I'll take care of everything. So this is just one campaign and one funnel, and then we'll just make a series of offers. And I think that about covers everything. So please let me know whether or not this makes sense. I know I jumped around, tried to show examples, but I want you to go ahead on this before I'm editing emails and then sending page templates. But at the end of the day, guys, we're talking about a couple 1 to 5 minute videos, and we can drive a lot of traffic here cheap. Right here we'd be under, I'd probably say 20 cents a click to get to the blog. We do some retargeting, and this is something that we could have going 24 hours a day. And then we would just agree on what offers to make them next, and we would achieve what it is that we were trying to achieve with the Frank Kern webinar, which is a complete unit of one consumer experience based on their actions, so they're not getting any wrong messaging. So thanks for watching this video. Let me know what questions you got.